The 68, 95, 99.7 rule by Katie, Jarrett, and Mike. In statistics, the 68, 95, 99.7 rule is a tool used to remember the percentage of values that lie around the mean in a normal model. The 68, 95, 99.7 rule helps us see if your data fits the normal model, and if given the mean and standard deviation, you'll be able to set up your graph to find this. For example, some IQ tests have been gathered and have a mean of 100, and the standard deviation is 16, as shown in the graph. Theoretically, 68% of the IQ scores should fit in between one standard deviation above and below the mean. In other words, 68% of people score between 84 and 116 on their IQ test. Theoretically, 95% of the IQ scores should fit in between two standard deviations above and below the mean. This means that 95% of people score between 68 and 132 on their IQ test. Lastly, 99.7% of the IQ scores should fit in between three standard deviations above and below the mean. This means that 99.7% of people will score between 52 and 148 on their IQ test. We don't say 100% because there could always be outliers we can't control, and this graph is known as an asymptote, meaning it will never touch zero. In conclusion, your data may not be exactly 68, 95, and 99.7%, but it has some leeway. You have to take your data points into consideration and make a judgment call. If your data is to say 76%, 94%, and 98.7%, I'd say your data is close enough to fit the normal model. But on the other hand, if you have 68, 85, and 90, this data wouldn't fit the normal model.